Alrighty, you guys. So, a little bit of an update, and I guess this is somewhat a bit of a good news. Maybe, just maybe, change might be coming in terms of with how global has been treated, with obviously the rushed content. We voice our opinions in terms of how the compensation is not enough, and well, them rushing the banners. But it seems that things might be looking up. What do I mean by that? Well, if I just quickly do my quick little turn right here and head over to this. So obviously news dropped that you know, the story chapters have been added, which I mean it isn't exactly, well, I wouldn't say it isn't that big of a deal, but it really is in terms of the power increase, right? Like, that's something to take into consideration with Jujutsu Kaisen Phatom Parade. It's a game that goes off from power scaling, and so if the game is rushing the content, realistically, us free-to-play players are getting super cucked because it's not giving us time to, you know, power scale correctly to where we can actually further progress with the storyline, events, bosses, etc., all that good stuff. Obviously now with the tower fight, or the new game mode, right, the tower, that alone is tough, and people are struggling, right? So that was a big concern, but more importantly, the fact that half anniversary content has already been added into the game. Broken, top tier. Like, every single character that you're seeing right here is like top tier, and that alone just makes us depressed, because it's like, oh my god, are they really about to drop multiple high top tier must summon characters in one go? Like, what on earth is going on? Well, good news. So Canon, or Anon, call it what you will, came out to say, to be entirely and brutally honest, there is absolutely nothing that could have been done about HP Gojo dropping. As much as it sucks, I sympathize and I stopped caring about him and moved on to the next objective. That I'm going to briefly touch up, because the thing about Green Gojo on dropping now is that with the new game mode dropping, it really puts to light on how we need a hard-hitting green attacker on global. So to be fair, we're gonna need Green Gojo more than now. I'm just gonna put that out there. We kind of need him now. Did I even do my time? I did. Okay, so that I'm kind of cool with, because it makes sense on why we actually need him. So yeah, that's why I'm not too well. They could have handled it a lot better. I said it before, you know, there was, I mean, they could have held back, well, they could have held back on Momo and Itadori, so that way we can just focus on Gojo. That's something they could have done. There was absolutely no reason to actually go crazy on the content with having 3 banners drop in 1 week. That I still stand by saying ridiculous. But releasing Green Gojo now, again, is kind of desperately needed for global in terms of having that green coverage. So that's one thing which I will say. Going back to obviously going furthermore on, as of this moment, Teen Gojo and Tojo are not coming in December. Anything beyond that is completely unknown, but so far it seems like January is unlikely either. However, the January part is subject to change, but honestly, we're doing our best to buy as much breathing room as possible for everyone, free-to-play and whales alike. So, thank the Lord, December is going to be cleared. I'm hoping that there is a bit of a gap between now and the next update. 3 characters in 1 week, for the love of God. Breathing room, please. Drop events. Drop content for the game that we can play, that we can grind. Chill on the character releases. So, that is a W. Obviously, January, it's a 50-50. It really is. I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. I am putting my money on to say potentially, even though, because I mean, look, anything beyond that is completely unknown, but so far it seems like January is unlikely either. And then obviously, however, the January part is subject to change. The fact that that's in there, it's just like it could be January, unfortunately. Well, the wording is kind of smart there, but realistically, with everything that has been said, it could be January. So it seems that with the remaining weeks throughout this month, we should be in the clear, hopefully. I'm just praying to the gods that January is clear too. I would much rather them dropping at a later time. March is beautiful. I like that. I love March. Maybe you want to drop them then, but yeah, if you want to skip out on Green Gojo and you're happy to wait, because obviously I know that with where things have gone with Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade, people are playing it really extremely casual now. Literally, some are just logging in. Like, it's gotten to the point where that's kind of where the game is. It has led people down. So if you do want to kind of play it safe and save for those characters, February, March could be a timing. But I'm still putting my money on to say that January. I reckon they're gonna sneak and drop them in January. So yeah. Also, as you guys know, on Friday, when Green Gojo does release, there is going to be an event of some sort that is going to be giving us cubes. Now, again, last I heard, we were going to get around about 1,300. Thankfully, and I also stated that, you know, hopefully things change. Thankfully, regarding the surprise on the 6th, it's already been confirmed to be cubes, which we know about. And no, it won't be a measly 1k. Absolutely more. That is a W. Keywords, absolutely more. I'm expecting 6 freaking K because of how you dropped 2 banners and gave us nothing for it. I'm expecting 6 freaking K. I mean, well, then again, we'll probably get multis worth at the very least. But if the developers care and if the developers are listening and 6k come about, I'll take it. I'll take it. So let's pray. If not, then I'm expecting 3k and then tickets for each Itadori, Momo, and Gojo's banner, or 20 tickets for Gojo's banner. Take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. That's what I'm hoping for. So that's kind of where we're at. So I guess it's somewhat of a good news, especially for us free to play. This is a bit of a W. It gives us this whole month to kind of have a bit of a breather. 3 cubes to be gained, so that's going to be a bit of a W. It really just comes down to... It really just comes down to on what the plan is here. The fact that like top tier characters have been added into the files, that's the only issue that I've got, because it's just going to be stacked to the absolute brim. So that's kind of where I'm at. But we'll see what the future holds. I still put my money on to say January. All right, we're back. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, that's kind of like the situation where we're at right now. A bit of an update on what's going down with global. Yeah, I'm just hoping, because here's the thing, right? Gojo, Toji have been mentioned in terms of them not dropping in December and potentially not in January, but I'm gonna say that probably are gonna be January. What about Ghetto? What about not like there's other top tier characters and there's multiple of them, so it's like, yeah, breathing the room. But what about the rest of the top tier characters? Can you not drop it? Can we just have a pause on December? Or can we go back to the scheduling of one character every, I don't know, 2-3 weeks? So, even though it's a kind of a W, we're still in the thick of it. And no, I'm not talking about the goddamn song. Okay, I'm out.